We make him fly like a ghost. If he want talking the game, the heater gon' turn into toast. If he pull out and we split on, he was just doing a distance. Promise we ain't gon' miss him. His soul gon' fly when we lift him. Bye, good riddance. Why is this hard her feelings? To the top on a mission. I got a shot, take it with precision. You ain't up if you ain't down to get it. Fuck it, Bob, if you ain't vibing with us. No, no, no. Bye, bye, bye. Clock him out. He ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. You ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. Headshot, knock him out. Ah, get him. Bye, good riddance. Sorry I had to do this. Sorry I'm being a nuisance. I just gotta get it. Hi, I'm Mary Jeans on my Louis V for the belt. 2 G's for the belt. Know the heater gon' make 'em out. Promise the heater gon' make 'em out. OD niggas know me. I just move along with the hand I throw.
Hi everybody. Hi JJ. How are you, Mama?
Hey, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I was just was looking for some.
Remember, guys, live chat, live chat. Don't be on top chat like I
Yes,
just
let
was.
me say hi to everybody. Thank you, Pooch, for the happy birthday from my mom. Thank you, JJ.
Wait,
Hi,
hold up.
happy being
Who?
me. What?
Somebody said happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Happy being me. Hi, sweetie pie. Hi, Welsh Rose, sweetie pie. Hi, my Vera. How are you, sweetie? Hi, Gamecock Jenny. How are you, beautiful? So nice to see you. I think that's it for now, which is it's
Yeah,
fine with me.
there's a lot of
Um,
people live and stuff
yeah,
going on. It's
there's a lot of
Friday
people
night.
live and a lot of hi, Bobby. How are you? Thank you so much. Um,
Happy.
yeah, my mom's birthday was Wednesday, the 26th. But if I'm honest, I wasn't in a mental state to come live. Honestly, I wasn't. It just was emotionally too much for me that day. Hi, everybody. Sassy, how are you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've missed you, Sassy Nerd Girl. Hi, my Virgie, like a Virgie. Hey,
Like
Shay.
a virgin.
How are you, Shay? Hi, Kira. How are you, sweetie? Thank you all for being here. So, like I said, I just Wednesday, I just wasn't. Hey, Pooch, how are you? I just wasn't in the headspace to come live. I thought that I would be able to. It just was an emotion. Sorry, my lash is bothering me. I just was emotionally drained. And I didn't want to come and put that on you guys, you know. Um, so we postponed it, and JJ had a really busy day that day, working
Oh God, yeah,
a lot. It's been a hectic week for her. It's been a
yeah.
hectic week for a lot of us. Okay, I'm trying. I want to say this. Me and JJ, I think we might change the thumbnail. We wanted to talk about scamming and all of that stuff, but JJ has taken a lot of notes. I have been doing a lot of research. I put together clips of videos to show
Yeah.
people on TikTok and other places that have been scamming, and it's okay. Their only purpose on TikTok is to come on and ask for money and kind of demand money. So
Uh-huh.
I want to show you those clips. JJ's taking a lot of notes, but we're gonna wait till JJ's been really busy this week. She hasn't been able to compile it all together, organize it.
Yeah,
So
I
we
need to
don't want to do
organize it.
yeah, we don't want to do a half-ass job because it's very important. It's part of our series, and we want to show you, clips of videos. And again,
But
JJ has taken some great notes. So we just thought we would do a more laid-back stream, but there are a few things that I want to talk about with
yeah.
respect. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and because I had set this stream to talk about scamming and stuff, I'm going to touch on this subject very generally and very lightly. And I want to take the monetization off because I don't want to monetize on anything to do. Um, whew. Let
Yeah,
me turn
I
off the
get it.
monetization
I
first,
get
guys.
it.
We can talk about
Yeah,
this.
and then
Yeah.
we can talk a bit about scamming, like
Yeah.
very obvious things, like
Yes.
something I just saw a stream, like a creator that's very much so known for grifting and all, and triggering people with very traumatic experiences. I mean,
Yes.
that just went on. I just went on, as in like 20 minutes ago the creator ended it. So yeah, we could talk about
Oh,
general
okay. There's
things.
no monetization on. Good. Okay. The
Okay, good.
monetization
Good.
is off, guys. So I just wanted to, sorry, JJ, to cut you off. I just
No,
wanted to
no,
make
no,
sure
go
there was
ahead.
no monetization on, guys. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. So there won't be any ads or anything on here. I don't know how to do any other further things, but this is not the purpose of this stream. Um, you know, whatever, what I want to talk about, it's not because of that. Hi, Viva La Roca. Hi, Miranda. So I just wanted to make that clear. Sorry, JJ, continue. I'm sorry to cut you off, Mama.
Oh no, no, I'm glad, say what you got to say. I agree with you, and I wish more people would follow suit, in the whole not monetizing when speaking on such a delicate and very sensitive topic. So
Yeah.
I get it. And I'm about to crack open an IPA, girls, because I'm on vacation
Go
till
ahead. I
Monday
ain't mad at
night.
you. I ain't
Right.
mad at
I'm
you,
on
girl.
vacation. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'll be at the beach with my girl, one of my
Nice.
girlfriends, since we were
That's
in the
awesome.
sixth grade. So yeah, we'll be leaving for that tomorrow. So I'm about to
Mm-hmm.
crack open an IPA. If I
Yeah.
at all, like if I start slurring my words, if
I'm
I
not going to
like
be on
start
that long, so I
if
think
I
you're
sound
fine.
stupid, just press like mute for me,
Okay. All right.
Be
Got
like,
it.
bitch,
I got
shut
it.
up, bitch.
I got it. I wanted to show you guys something real quickly. This is I just compiled a how many seconds? 42 seconds. And I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna pause it, and then I want to talk about it a little bit further. Again, I will be changing the thumbnail after this and the title of the video of the live. Again, it's not monetized. It won't be set to be monetized. So I want to share this with you guys. Hold on. This is unlisted. I have this unlisted on my channel. Sorry. I played it by accident. Okay, hold on. Shit, Cindy. Sorry, guys. I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on. Let me share the screen first. Duh. Hi, Joe being Joe, my beautiful girl. How are
Hmm.
you, sweetheart? Tipsy JJ warning. Yes. Yes. No milkshakes. I know. JJ loves her some milkshakes.
I
Milk
do.
bring all the boys to the yard. All right, I don't have another window. No. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. You already know. This is selfie here. I don't know how people do that shit so fast. How they do that shit. Okay.
I don't know. I guess
JJ,
they
can you
got.
see the
I don't know.
screen? Can you see the
Yeah.
screen?
Yep.
Okay.
Can see
So
it.
I wanted to talk about the Good Samaritan law. And so I had to compile it on like iMovie. So sorry about this magic movie shit here. I didn't realize it was gonna say that. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna read it, and then I want to talk about it a little bit. Gemini 44 has started a movement, and I think it's so important. And I will be pushing her movement. And this is basically what her movement is about. It's in honor of Mims. Um, Heidi gave an update on Mims. I will link that live down below. Anybody who hasn't seen it or is wondering about any update on Mims, I think you should go watch that video. Um, our hearts are broken.
Yeah.
Um, Wednesday is when Heidi went live, and it's
It's
heartbreaking.
not. It's not good,
Cried,
guys.
we
It's
cried,
not
right?
great.
We cried. Um, And I just want to say it's a time to be kind. It's not a time to nitpick. I don't think that that's going to help anybody.
No.
Nitpicking is not going to help, no matter if people were on talking terms or not. That doesn't take away. There's people that I was friends with that I'm not talking to anymore. It doesn't mean that if something like that happened to them, my heart wouldn't be broken.
Yeah.
Um, and there's people that I was friends with recently that it's we don't have any hatred, but we're just not on talking terms right now. And I can imagine something like my heart would be broken, is my point. So if we could extend a little grace and understand that everybody's grieving, hurting, um, it's it's not a matter of whose grief is worse, whose heart hurts more. It's time to be kind. Okay, I just want to say that. So
Yeah.
okay, so I just want to play this real quick. I can't see the chat. It's only 40 something seconds, 42 seconds. I'm gonna read it real quickly, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Okay. Sorry if you see the numbers, guys. You know I have to number things. I'm an old lady. I have to number things so I can know which order to put it in. I apologize for that. So this one just says when the Good Samaritan law was passed, it
Hmm.
was put into Congress in 1975 through 1976. Okay. So the Good Samaritan law has been in place since 1975. It is the Good Samaritan law is active in 50 states. Um, 3 states have it for, sorry, you can hear the dog outside. Um, okay, let me read this. If a person is conscious and can reasonably respond, a would-be rescuer should ask permission first. That's if they're conscious. All 50 states and the District of Columbia have a Good Samaritan law in addition to federal laws for specific circumstances. I asked a question and it says, how many states have Good Samaritan laws specifically for overdoses? Okay. We found that 48 jurisdictions, 47 states, and the District of Columbia have enacted both Good Samaritan and naloxone access laws. Kansas, Texas, and Wyoming do not have a Good Samaritan law for drug overdoses, but have a naloxone access law. The 5 U.S. territories do not have either type of law, which needs to be changed.
Yeah.
Okay?
I agree.
Who is typically protected by Good Samaritan laws passed by the states. Good Samaritan laws nationwide provide civil immunity for an individual who renders aid to an injured person. Generally, these statutes grant immunity to a person whose assistance or omission is not grossly negligent and who provides such service without a fee. This doesn't protect someone who is the cause of that accident. So I think that's important to say
Hmm.
because justice won't be served for memory. What are the 4 components of the Good Samaritan law? 4 key elements in Good Samaritan laws are permission of ill, injured person when possible, care given in appropriate, non reckless manner. Person covered by Good Samaritan laws are not the one who caused an accident.
Hmm.
What are the limitations of Good Samaritan laws? The care provided was performed in direct response to an emergency. The care provider was not responsible for causing the injury. The care provider did not act in a grossly negligent or reckless manner. The care provider did not have a duty to treat. What does the Good Samaritan law not protect? Typically, Good Samaritan laws provide immunity from civil damages for personal injuries, even including death, that result from ordinary negligence. They do not, for the most part, protect against allegations of gross negligence. What is the golden rule of the Good Samaritan law? The Good Samaritan law gives legal protection to the Good Samaritans who help accident victims with emergency medical care within the golden hour. Okay? People are thus encouraged to help in any way possible, even if the attempt is not successful. We're talk about the golden hour. What is there's a golden hour in first aid and in overdose. The golden hour is the term golden hour is commonly used to characterize the urgent need for the care of trauma patients. This term implies that morbidity and mortality are affected if care is not instituted within the first hour. In the case of overdoses, it's in the first few minutes.
Hmm.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it is.
What is the golden hour and its importance? The golden hour refers to a time period lasting from a few minutes to several hours following a traumatic injury, during which there is the highest likelihood that prompt medical treatment will prevent death.
Hmm.
Now, this is in New Jersey. I am in New Jersey. This is talking about Narcan and naloxone. So in New Jersey, throughout our partnership with Next Distro and our statewide supply request line, we mail naloxone, brand name Narcan, discreetly and for free to anyone in New Jersey who requests it, prioritizing those most likely to witness an overdose. You can also request naloxone confidentially by calling and or texting 1-877 4 Narcan. Okay, so I think that's important. You can text or call 1-877-4 NARCAN and you can have it sent to you. Okay. Does Walgreens give you free Narcan? You also could visit any major pharmacy and ask a pharmacist if Narcan is available for free. Some pharmacy chains, such as Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid, are involved in state programs that give out free Narcan. Your pharmacy also may have information about discounts or coupons. Medicaid is covered. You may have a copay, but there are many places that provide it for free. That is the end of this video. I think
Okay. Viva La Roca, she says, I'm
yes.
sorry, but what is that and how does it work? Well, it is a medication that, and I can't tell you the science of it, but I can tell you because I've seen it happen before. Whereas if somebody is ODing from an opiate, they could
Yeah.
be already knocked out, not breathing, whatever the case may be, and you have the Narcan with you and you put it in there. The only one that I know of is the one that goes up the nose
The
and it's a
nasal. Yeah.
spray. Yeah, the
The nasal.
nasal, and it's a spray. And I'm telling you, it is like immediate. Like a person is turning blue. And if you put that Narcan up their nose and it's a spray, they wake up. I don't know how exactly it works. I haven't looked up the science, but it definitely works. And I think,
It's because
you
it
know,
has a medication that counteracts the
right, right,
opioids.
right. So the
It
heart
puts you into immediate
stops.
withdrawals. That's just like Suboxone has the active ingredient of Narcan in it, naloxone. And so if you have opiates in your system, when you take a Suboxone, you're going to go into immediate withdrawals. It's to prevent somebody from abusing opioids while they're on Suboxone or any of that, and it's to prevent overdose. Yes, it reverses ODs. Thank you, Vera. That is
Yes,
exactly what it does. Hi, Pat
yes.
Wetzel. This is again, guys. This is a trigger warning, and I'm sorry for anybody who saw the title and the thumbnail and it's misleading. I promise you, I will be changing it. And again, this is not monetized. That is not a thing here. I monetize all my streams. This one is not, and it will not be. I just think it's important. Hi, Miss Amanda. How are you, sis? Oh my God, you had a tooth pulled. Oh yes, please rest, Mama. Love you. Love you. I'll text you. Make sure you're okay. Um, yeah, so I just want to make that clear. And I'm not throwing shade, I swear. This is not about that. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. I'm done with the petty shit. after what I heard Wednesday, I don't want to fight with anybody.
I
And that's
know.
not to say in the future people act crazy. I'm not gonna have something to say because that would be a lie. But I'm not gonna actively seek out to fight with anybody. I'm not. That's not a fucking thing. Life is too
Well,
short.
to
Hi,
be
Maggie.
fair,
Chris. Yes.
to be fair, um, neither one of us have ever, singled somebody out and decided to
No.
go after them or pursue or
No.
try to fight with them. Anytime that if we give little snarky comments or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be,
Whoop
it's
de do.
because it's a response at somebody coming at us. And, and again, until it happens to you, you just don't know what it feels like to have it
You
over and
won't.
over and over and over again. It's exhausting, and lies being told, and but
It's exhausting.
anyway, that's a
It
different
does
subject.
become much, and I want everyone to know, all of my subscribers, my members, you are free to express yourself
Yes,
openly
please.
here,
Hmm.
always. You're always free to express your opinions, your views. Um, we don't censor people. I don't, when I do my members only, I begin it at members only because that's how I do my members only. What, JJ?
Oh no, I was talking to my dog. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
it
sorry.
scared me. And people are welcome to share their opinions. My members only is to vent. We talk about whatever we feel like talking about. It's venting sessions. And I
Yes.
just want to make that known to everybody. This is a safe space. All we ever want is for people to just express it without cursing people out. You know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta get too crazy, like somebody you don't like in the chat or something. That's all. Yeah, because y'all know
Eh,
I got a pretty ass mouth. I don't expect y'all to be June Cleaver. You know what I mean? But
well, to be fair, I wanted to cut somebody out that I was listening to before we got on this
good for
live,
you,
because
girl.
I get so sick and tired of the
And
manipulation for
the
people,
grifting,
the grifting
gross,
just to
man.
open their wallets. It's pure
It's gross.
bullshit. I'm just tired
Gross.
of it. I'm tired of it. And people keep getting away with it over and over again. Like, how many times, Siwa Moon, can you tell the story? I mean, and the story is different almost every time, which, okay, whatever, but the point is that how many times can you go on there exploiting anything that's happened to you, anything that's happened to your kids? I would never. I there's no amount of money that is worth telling an entire, without my kids' permission,
Yeah, no,
telling the internet
no
exactly
way.
what they're going through and what their mental health is like, and it all for a grift, all to get people, the manipulation, to feel bad for you and want to do something, so they send you money. Like, no,
I'm so
I'm
happy. No, I'm sorry. You're right. I think it's gross, and we're tired of the shit. We're tired of
yeah.
it. You know what? It's people's money. You do what you want to do, but I couldn't imagine telling my son's stories here. Anything, any of their health problems, none of that. That's not a thing. It's fucking gross. But Happy Being Me says the worst thing I would ever say is I have no fucks to give. Girl, me either.
Yeah, yeah,
Zero. Zero
right.
fucks. Zero. And Shay sent Jen Bailey's daughter a spa basket, and she said
Really?
it got there. Yeah, she sent her a basket.
Oh, Shay,
Um,
you're a gem.
yeah.
You really
So
are.
I
You really
wanted
are. You're
that to
just
be
a good
known.
person.
She is a good person. And hi, Mama T. How are you? Hey, Mims Care Bear, my beautiful blue Care Bear. How are
Mims.
you? And my breezy girl. How are you guys?
So, like, oh my God, this is horrible, but I know some that are in here may not be from the 90-day community and not understand, what we've talked about and who we prayed for, in the way of Mims, and not knowing what happened. And I would suggest, hearing it right from Heidi Black, and,
Yeah, let me
the
put the
video
link.
was linked. Yes, right from, but from what I understand, um, Mims is not gonna get better. She she went, her father wanted her to come home, her childhood home, you know, and transition peacefully there. And you know, we talk so much on this channel about addiction
We
and,
do. We
you
do.
know, medications and how it can be. And from what I
How
gather, Mims
dangerous.
absolutely was not an addict at all.
No,
She
she
trusted
wasn't.
somebody who told her that they were, you know, oh, take this, it'll make you feel better.
Yep.
But in the United States, I don't know about other countries, but we have a very bad opioid epidemic, a
We do.
fentanyl epidemic. And
We
you know,
do.
somebody that she obviously trusted gave her something, thinking that it was just a Percocet, but she had fentanyl in her system too. So, you know, Heidi and TL, Terry Lynn, they didn't want everybody to know that, even though the family said it was okay. However, John Yates outed everything in the most disgusting way
He's a
possible.
piece of shit.
He outed everything, the way that it happened, you know, and
And
Heidi
he
went on
and
and
he's
she
and
pretty
but he
much
switched
confirmed
it.
it.
He added stuff that isn't true.
Yeah,
He
yep.
he's a piece of shit. He's the worst of the
Mm-hmm.
worst. John Yates is evil. He's racist. He's he's just wicked. He's wicked. Um, Heidi Black's live that she did on Mims is pinned in the chat.
Yeah.
Um,
Watch it. After this live, go watch it if you haven't already. And Heidi was very matter of fact and told the entire story exactly the way that it happened. And
exactly your
God
show.
dang, man. It's so upsetting. It's like we talk all the time, like all this bullying stuff, it's going to harm somebody, it's going to harm somebody. And it took some low life piece of shit to come into her life. And she's got 7 grandkids, she has children. Like,
She has babies,
she has
babies.
she has a 17-year-old daughter and she's a dance mom. Mim was all about her kids. And I
She
don't want to
was.
speak at her as if she's not here, but the reality is if there's no
Yes, happy.
real brain activity, she's not here. It's just a body. And
I'll tell you.
I
You, Kira.
can't believe, I'm just utterly shocked at it's one mistake, and this man, this piece of shit, cared more about himself and covering things than he did, you know, Mims.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing. I was laughing at my son. Sorry.
And listen, you know, I know some people had their issues with Mims,
It's
whatever. I
okay.
always got along with her.
I
And
did
one of
too.
the funniest memories, because we were told, when Heidi went live, that we are probably not even going to know when she does transition and passes.
Yeah, they're not going to give any more
They're not
updates.
going to give any more. So to me, in my mind, we lost Mims already. So it's just it's heartbreaking. And one of my favorite memories, and it was somewhat recent, was Mims goes up on AT2's panel and is talking about, because you know he likes to do those can we make peace kind of
Yeah.
deals, you know,
Hmm.
between people. And she went up on his panel and he kept laughing, you know, the way AT2 laughs, about
Hmm.
the fact that Mims and Star's channel, Star took down the channel, like completely deleted it because she had the passwords and stuff. They were, you know, partners in the channel, whatever.
For
And
real.
Mims gets up there and she was mad as hell. Like, it, I mean, this Star girl,
Yeah.
you did her dirty. You did, you know, deleting the channel, but whatever, regardless. She came she came on AT2's panel, and because he was laughing, she was laughing hysterically. Although before that, she didn't find any of it funny. She was pissed. But
Yeah.
then I guess AT2 lightened the mood or whatever
Yeah.
about it. And she's like, I didn't
She
think
has
it
that
was funny.
ability.
And Yeah, she's like, I didn't think it was funny until now, kind of deal,
Mhm.
you know. And I just thought that was so cute. She's just kind of laughing at herself and what had happened, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's such like that's a light-hearted person who
yeah,
and she started her own channel then without Star and
yeah,
succeeded
yes,
without needing
and did
her.
very well,
So,
and did very
yeah.
well, and I loved Mims. In DMs with her often. She would send me stuff like, going live and stuff. And um,
Hmm.
I'm trying to be respectful, guys, because I don't want Heidi or Terry Lynn to be mad because I'm talking about the situation. We're all
Well, I mean,
heartbroken. Um,
I could understand them being upset about people that don't have the best intentions for Mims, you know, the Siwas of the freaking world, the John Yates of the world, you know. I can understand being mad at that, but people who are respectful and sorry, but we knew Mims too.
we loved
We
her,
did.
and
And there's a
yeah,
whole community that did. And it should be okay to speak positively in a loving way and still be angry at what happened to her. Because it, honest to God, is a cautionary tale. And I pray
it
that
is.
everybody heeds this warning. And I know Gemini wanted to get her, or wanted to start a movement of
She is
getting
starting it.
Narcan. And
Yes.
if it only saves one person, you know, in the name of Mims, if you only had your Narcan, honest to God, I never even thought of carrying it until Gemini said that. And now I'm going to find out how I can
I
get
have Narcan. I've
Narcan.
been staying here. People need to carry Narcan. I've
Mm-hmm.
been saying it. I have Narcan here. Um, it's important, and I think that that's an amazing thing that Gemini wants to do in honor of Mims. And
I love
so
it.
many people, I put up a community post um, supporting Gemini's movement. So many people said they went out and got Narcan and they got it for themselves and
Yes.
family members. And
Yes.
that is the legacy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that that's why it's important. That's why I looked up the Good Samaritan law, and it is a thing in all 50 states. I'm not too sure about the UK and Canada, but there's no reason for anyone to leave somebody in that state. There's no reason, there's no excuse. There will be no questions asked. And I think it's important that you say, listen, somebody took this, my friend took this. That is the difference because Mims was left. And when this piece of shit that I'm not even going to say his name left her in the van and called 911, he just said somebody was in their car unresponsive. Had he said specifically where she was, what she had taken, those that so much time would have been saved. They would have known what they were looking for, what to do, what to administer. When they went to her, all that time lost trying to figure out what had happened to her made all the difference. And so it's important that people understand you won't get in trouble. Well, he would have got in trouble because he was responsible, but he didn't have to say any of that. All he had to say is, listen, I don't know what she took, but I think it's this. That's it. That would have made all the difference. I'm trying to be respectful because people are in a bad way about this, understandably. But I think it's important for people to be educated of how important it is. Don't think that if you don't know any addicts, you've never had experience with addicts. It's so important just to carry Narcan. Carry it in your purse, keep it in your car. You'll never know when you may come across somebody, and it is the difference between life and death. And this is why when we come here and we talk about addiction, and I say it every time, addiction, and she wasn't an addict, but using once.
Anything,
I'm
right?
going
Right. Don't take anything from anybody
anybody.
unless it's from a pharmacy. You just don't know what you're getting. And I know everybody thinks it
Hi,
can't be
Harmony.
them, but when you, God, man, when you look at it, it's like,
Yes,
really? Mims? Like,
I
she
would like
died
that,
from.
Harmony. I would like that thumbnail so I could switch the thumbnail out with that one. Sorry, JJ, cut you off.
I get it, Denise, and I don't understand that either. No matter how much trouble I would
I
perceive that
never
I'm
understand
in,
it.
another person's life is far more important. And I'll
And
never
I was an addict.
understand what happened to her.
I was an addict, and I can tell you that in my addiction, I would never, ever have left somebody behind. Never. First of all, I would never offer somebody who wasn't somebody who used, I would never offer them anything. Never. Um, sorry. I would never offer somebody anything. Why would I want somebody to suffer what I'm suffering? So I would never offer anybody drugs, nothing. Um, and I could never imagine leaving anybody. I've talked about a friend,
Right.
Stuart, that has since passed away, that was discarded out the window. And thank God he woke up, but days later, and the rats had eaten his fingers, the tips of his fingers. He was left like that. Thank you, Harmony. Um,
Thank you.
so I think that this was why this was important, so that we can help, if we can help anybody else going forward in honor of Mims, in honor of Mims. I
Yeah,
think
could
that
you imagine? This is like a big community. There's quite a few hundred, if not thousand, over 1,000 people that watch, and there's a lot of people that watch silently. And imagine if we all
yes,
carried, Narcan in our purse or our car. I've heard that you should have two in your house,
yes,
two in
give
your
you two
purse
in
or
a set.
car. It,
Yes,
just because you never ever know. And can you imagine, it's very possible. It's very possible. It's not out of the realm of, possibility that someone does OD and in this community, because we've all made a pact to carry Narcan, they live. And that would be an amazing, besides her children, legacy to leave behind.
exactly. And
It really
I
would.
think that that's the point. And Vera, you're right. It only counteracts opioids. So if you don't have opioids in your system, it has really no effect on you. It won't harm you. Excuse me. If you do have opioids, it'll bring you out of it. People have been brought out of it very angry, combative, because they're pissed, because they're in active withdrawals. Um, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, get over
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It
My
saves
friends,
lives. It
one
saves
of
lives.
my friends is an EMT, and they get those calls all the time,
Thank you,
so
Denise.
they're always narcanning people or whatever.
Hmm.
And it's crazy because he says that people get very angry when they're narcanned
Yeah,
because
they do.
it
They do.
ruins what they consider their high. Like, they don't realize that they were
They don't
just
realize.
almost
They don't
dead.
realize.
They don't realize it. And
They don't.
so please, carry the Narcan, put it in your purse, put it in your car. You just never know. You could be in a restaurant, you could be wherever. If you have kids, I have kids that are young adults, and I told them what happened, and they couldn't believe it either. And I told them, I'm
Yeah.
going to find out how we need to get Narcan so that way they're carrying it too. Because
Yes.
it's just,
And Missy will be doing a live. She wanted to do it today, but she had a doctor's appointment, so she will be doing a live. I will be on panel with her. She asked me to join her,
oh, it's
and I
going to be
will be
good.
there. We're going to talk about Narcan and all of that stuff. I just think it's important, and we've been thinking about this since Wednesday, and it's emotionally, I was drained, and especially as somebody who, I didn't have a good gut feeling about him. I
No,
didn't. I
No, no,
didn't.
no.
Um, I really didn't. And I'm not just saying that now. I didn't. I never liked him, never greeted him in the chat, nothing. I didn't like him. I had a gut feeling. Um, but Mims was stubborn. Mims was headstrong. Mims was an adult.
Yeah, you can't tell her nothing because Jules tried
Kevin tried,
to,
so many tried
yes,
to tell her.
he, from what I know, Jules tried, very much so, saying, you don't know this guy, kind of deal, like, be careful. And it caused a fight between them. And
Yeah,
that totally sucks, because
yes,
I can
exactly.
only assume that maybe she felt lonely or something was going on, whatever, but
Right.
never in a million years would I have ever thought something like this would happen. That somebody she met on the internet mailed her some shit and they ended up taking it in some seedy motel. Like, I don't, that, like, my mind doesn't compute. Like, how does that happen? How? Like,
Because
it seems like
he's
Mim
an
was too
addict, and,
good for
that's
this
the
shit.
thing. No, listen to me. As an addict, right? He selfish, right? For whatever his selfish reasons were, maybe he didn't want to use by himself. Maybe he was there with her, and so he thought, I'm gonna be honest, okay? Trigger warning, guys. This live is trigger warning. Um,
Yeah, the whole damn thing
Mims
was
never
true.
used, so Mims had a tolerance of zero. And I
Right.
think that that's important because he wore fentanyl patches. Okay, when you tolerance is important. When you start using, I'll keep it on me. When I started using, I didn't use a big amount. It was a tiny bit, and then gradually you need more and more and more to sustain your habit. And I've also said, thank you, Mama T. I've also said fentanyl, a grain of salt of fentanyl can be devastating to an adult man. Okay, a grain of salt of fentanyl. Someone who doesn't have a tolerance doesn't stand a chance. And I think it's gross. Um, I'm just angry. Whew, I'm just angry. And so some people, when they're using, they want other people to use with them. Some people, they think that it'll make sex better. It makes it more enjoyable. It makes, it makes people lose their inhibitions or whatever. You
Right.
understand? So
Hmm.
there's many reasons. I just think that he is definitely to blame. Um, I don't think that a whole genre, a whole community of YouTube is to blame. Neil is to blame.
Right.
Neil gave her that. Neil
Hmm.
left her.
There's a
Okay.
lot of mob tube that's pissed. I mean, pissed,
Yeah.
pissed. Like, they don't want to see his face because, people are asking what
We love
state
you,
he's
T.
in and so, like, we can't blame
He's
an
in Jersey.
entire
He's still lucky.
genre
Oh my
for
God.
some dirty mofo. We just can't
Yeah.
do that because there are people out there that may talk tough, but when it comes to this kind of thing, nah, they're not going to go that far. I
Yeah.
just,
Again,
it breaks my heart. It does. Everything that,
she made it back.
seeing her son knock him out was like the best part of
Mhm.
any of this that I've seen. And he deserved it, and he deserved
Oh
more.
yeah. Yeah. That to me, who he's lucky. That's all he got. But I know that her kids need to be there. But I just listen. It's hard, and I'm not trying to add insult to injury with this live. I just think it's important um, to bring some sort of education awareness to this. And this is what I do on my channel. I talk about addiction. I talk about recovery. I talk about drugs um, causing death to people
Hmm.
all the time. And I just I just couldn't not come and talk about it. And Mims was an amazing person. We loved Mims. We're mods from Mims, and I was battling
Right,
with
Lisa or Denise, I'm sorry. I'm calling you
what
Lisa, but she says, and I feel like a lot of that is going on right now, but regardless, let's see, where was it?
the
Oh,
day it
Denise.
happened. That one,
Yep. The day it happened, Neil called Lefty and was on the phone for 2 hours with him. So Lefty claiming he didn't know. I don't believe that for a minute. I don't either. However, Neil probably said that she, OD'd or whatever on some pills, but I don't think he told Lefty or anybody else that he cleaned up the whole scene and then brought Mims to the hospital parking lot and left her there. Um, Not calling anybody or trying to reach out for help. I'm sure because you hear the two stories that he was there for 7 hours and he was in the ER, the ICU with her, and none of that was true. None of it. He left her to save his own ass when he really didn't need to save his own ass from anything because there are laws put in place that no matter what, even if you got it on you, they're not questioning that. They're just trying to save the person who just OD'd.
exactly.
And it's
So there was
sickening.
no excuse. There was no excuse to. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. There's no excuse. That I looked it up, guys. You can look it up. The Good Samaritan law is in every state. Okay, every state, and California is not one of those states. It's Texas, Wyoming, and another state that doesn't have it for overdoses. California does. Um, New Jersey does. So even if he didn't wasn't familiar with California, I don't listen, I'm not why am I even no. There's no excuse. Okay, you don't do that to anybody. Somebody that you claim to care about, I wouldn't do that to a stranger, let alone somebody you claim to care about. There's no excuse. And he hasn't yet. There are, like I said, Heidi said, there is an ongoing investigation. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And federal, because he put it in the mail. He put these pills in troll dolls and put them in the United States Postal Service. Like, how
it's like sweet
how
harmony.
dumb. Like, dude, you are now going to have federal charges, no doubt about it, beyond what you've done to a woman who
You know,
is going to leave this earth far too soon. And I
yeah.
can pray for a miracle, we all can, but we also know
I'm still praying. Yeah.
the reality. And from what um,
Yes.
TL has said, and Heidi, her brain
Yep.
is like right up to her skull. Like she's not. They say she's not going to make it,
Yeah.
and she's just going home with her dad to live where, or to pass where she grew up, and it's heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. Like all the what ifs, what if so and so didn't get involved, what if this person or that person didn't bring people into the community, and we all have a choice. Like we're not
Yeah.
these damsel in distress. Like that's not us. Like we're all women. We get it. And like we said, Mims was very strong in her beliefs and her opinions,
Yes.
and she's gonna do what she want to do. It just breaks my heart, and I hope that everybody looks at this as a
Yes.
cautionary tale, even if it's a friend. You got a headache, a backache, whatever, and they're trying to give you something that you don't know exactly what it is. Please don't
Yes.
take it, please.
Yes. I'm not trying to be I I was talking um to my husband on the phone, and I was venting and telling him about the situation, and he was angry. And he said that dude would have been a done deal. My son said the same thing. Um, I My husband told me, try to hold your breath. Try to hold your breath. Imagine not having oxygen for 10 minutes. How long
Mm,
can you hold your breath? I can't even hold my breath for a minute.
no, no. And they said even if she did, come out of it, that she would almost be like in a vegetative state. And nobody wants that for her at all. I, I'm just, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Like, why her? Why? But
That's the bad thing about drugs. It doesn't discriminate. There are people that use for years and years and years, and then there's people that use once and it's a done deal. And this is why it's so important, guys, to understand how dangerous drugs are. Even marijuana, guys, when you buy marijuana on the street, everything is laced with fentanyl. Now there's trank out there. Drugs are killing people, guys. It's not a joke. It's so serious. And that is gonna be the main focus of my channel. And it has been, and I have to continue with that because, and I say it, JJ, we say it all the time, how serious, how dangerous drugs are.
yeah,
And it makes me, it's devastating that somebody that wasn't an addict, didn't use drugs recreationally, didn't experiment, had this consequence,
no,
and
from
it's
what I
unfair.
understand, she only experimented and it was very
With
recently
gummies.
with
Yeah,
cannabis, and that was
yeah,
it. And, so yeah, of course, her tolerance is
yeah,
not going to be up there with somebody who, and they're supposedly pressed perks. And from what I understand, what pressed perks is, they're made, whatever, in a trap house or whatever, and they are cutting it with fentanyl. And
yeah.
it's just, you don't know how much you're getting. You don't know an exact, it's mind boggling too. And it breaks my heart for her because she had no idea what she was getting herself into. None.
Yeah,
He's like the fucking devil in disguise. Like, why are
yeah.
you doing that, man? Like, why do you want somebody you supposedly care about to be taking these very harsh medications that ended up indeed killing her?
And that's the thing. I don't know. And guys, that's why I linked Heidi's live. Um, I'm not here to spread any false information at all. Again, I'm not trying to add insult to injury. I just wanted to hopefully spread some awareness and
Mm-hmm.
let
Yeah,
us know
Breezy,
we
I
love
get it.
memes. We love memes.
Breezy says, I've heard that Neil is facing charges. We don't know if that's true. It's
Right.
harmful to spread it misinformation. Correct. Like if
Yeah.
you don't know for sure, you
Yeah.
say you're not sure.
Yeah.
You don't know, you don't, but to spread
Yeah. I
misinformation, no,
don't know
that's
any
not
of that.
good.
I don't have any um of that information. I only know the information I was given,
Hmm.
and I'm thankful for that. They didn't have to tell us anything. Um and I respect the family's privacy, of course. Um and I'm not trying, this isn't done to be disrespectful
No.
in any way. Again, if anything comes out of this tragedy in honor of Mims, it's to bring awareness and possibly save somebody else.
Yeah.
You know,
And I believe that. I do. I believe that somebody is going to go out there. It could be me even, get Narcan and save somebody's life. And
yes,
and I will be the first to say, no matter who it is, like, you did that, Mims. Good job. You did that. And
yeah,
it's just,
yep,
God, like, how? Why? It's so senseless. So senseless.
yeah. It is senseless, and that's the thing with drugs. It's always gonna be senseless. It doesn't make any sense,
Right.
and people lose their loved ones, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
I, um, KD Longo, I'm sure they're speculating what charges he could possibly face,
Thank
but
you.
no one knows because every state is different.
Yeah.
Correct. They are. They're
Thank
all
you.
different. We don't know. We hope, justice is served. But I can tell you that's not too smart to be putting things in the mail. Once you get the federal government involved, they're not
Yeah.
coming for you unless they know they can win.
Yeah.
So, Neil better hope and pray. I'm
Oh, and
praying
Kelly
that
K, I'm
he,
sorry. Hi, Kelly K. Lefty is a creator in the mob tube genre.
yes.
Um,
Yep.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to keep. I'm trying to chill. Um, but he's obviously struggling with addiction as well. Um, and you guys know I don't drag people for being addicts. But Neil, he 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 needs to be in jail. He needs to be in jail. That's it. And that's all I got to say about him.
Yeah, no, he does. Just for sending him in the mail, I believe that. And she wasn't into this stuff as far as we know, which is obvious. If she only took one pill, she had zero tolerance. And this mofo decided to save his own ass, and instead of getting her help in those first few precious minutes, that was literally across the street. There was a
Oh,
firehouse.
thank you, Jacob. That's from my son.
Oh, that's so sweet,
Thank you, Jake.
Jake. That's so kind of you.
I want some. Yeah, thank you,
Hey,
Jacob. I appreciate
Pam.
it. And guys, this is not, again, I said in the beginning, this stream is not monetized. I know I should have turned off the super chats. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to do that. So I will look it up in the future. I just didn't turn on the monetization. I'm sorry about that, about the super chats.
No, you don't gotta be sorry, Cindy, because there are people out there that are monetizing this stuff, and it's people that
I'm
said
not
they don't even care. Like, oh, I don't care. It's not my business. See what fucking moon, girl. You know what?
gross. She's
Don't get me
disgusting.
started on her. Exactly. She's disgusting. Like, you get up
Thank you,
there
Breezy.
and you keep triggering people. You don't give a fuck who you're hurting because there are
Doesn't
other
care.
people than
Doesn't care.
you that have been essayed.
It's
Okay?
funny.
There are other people out there. There are other people that have dealt with DV. Many people,
Sure.
both men and women. That doesn't give you the right to get up here and manipulate people and start
Thank you,
crying and
Jen.
screaming into a computer
Yeah.
about the same things over and over again. And today you decided to share that your son suffers from severe
Thank
depression.
you,
Like, what are
Gemini.
you doing? Why would you? I would never. The only time I ever shared anything about mental health when it comes to my kids is to say, and this was with my
Jacob.
daughter's permission, to say how important it is to seek help and get therapy, because
Yeah.
my daughter needed it. She lost 3 friends in very
Yeah.
tragic accidents, and
Yeah.
that's the max. I said,
Yeah.
I am blown away that she can come on a stream and out all of these sad things, and then once again, oh, my ex, and every damn stream it's like repeat, repeat, repeat. Stop it, and stop saying, oh, they're gonna get so mad if you send me super chats. They're gonna
That's
get
that's
so mad.
manipulation, guys.
That's
That's manipulation.
manipulation, and it's
It's
old,
gross.
and it's
It's gross.
disgusting. I
It's
have a
gross.
novel idea for Siwa. How about you get a fucking job?
I will, Kira.
Because a lot of us, listen, me included, do not like to have to get dressed, be wearing heels, do all go into the office, spend time talking to the client, listen, and all the stress, employees, and all of that stuff. I don't want that either.
Right.
But I don't get to come on
That's reason.
stream and give my sad story because listen, I didn't have an ideal at all
Right,
childhood at
right.
all, but I decided I wanted to break that curse and not continue on with it.
That's
That was
right.
my decision as I got
That's right.
older. And fuck anybody who comes
Yep.
online and is grifting, for one, sad fishing, dry begging. And for those of you that don't know what dry begging is, you could just watch a Siwa Moon uh,
Yep.
video and you'll see
Yep.
it.
And
It'll
that's the
be like,
definition.
oh, yes. It'll be like, oh, I don't have the money for this, or oh, I gotta wait till the 21st. I'm dying for this, but I gotta wait. I don't have the money right now. Listen for these cues. Like, don't be stupid. I've done that in the past. I have. I thought if I could help somebody who's having a bad day, see what every single fucking day that she goes live is a bad day. And it's all for
Yep.
sympathy, in my opinion, and for money, because with sympathy comes money. Let me make you happy. Oh, you haven't been online for 5 days? Bitch, I wish I could say I'm not going to work for 5 days.
Right? Imagine, guys, I come on twice, 3 times a week. I come on and I'm like, guys, haven't been here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, guys. I got to get my revenue up. First of all, that's nobody's problem. Seriously, guys, that's nobody's problem. That's nobody's responsibility. And yes, yes, Bobby, I
Yeah.
think it's gross. I think it's gross, the entitlement from people, that they don't understand what a privilege it is to have people send you donations, send you super chats like that. That is not a fucking right. It's not a right, okay? It's not a right, and it's fucking gross because before this came out, she was saying she didn't care, right? About
Yeah.
Mim. So
She
now
sure did,
it's
and she was
validation.
cold as fuck. So keep Mim's name out of your mouth. It
No,
since
Kira,
you beforehand, it ain't my business. I don't care. I don't care. Bitch, she's
you're good,
dying.
honey. Yes.
Dying. How do you say that about another living human
Because that
being?
was how she really
Listen,
felt. So
there
right
are
now,
people
no.
that I don't there are
Mm,
people that I can't stand online. Look, even Siwa can't stand her fucking ass. Do I wish that, or would I say I don't care that she is in ICU and fighting for her life? Hell no. Hell no. I don't hate her. I just wish she would do
no.
better. There's only a couple of people that I actually hate, and probably one or two of them are online. Otherwise, it's in person. And it's for toxic reasons. You got to pull yourself out of toxic circumstances. And I wonder how Siwa's viewers can watch her and not feel like she's putting her problems onto her subs' shoulders. Like, this is my problem, but
Yes.
I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. I can't. Oh, I'm not going to go live until I get 20 likes. I'm going to wait. Like, girl, stop. Stop. You're not that
Yes.
important.
Yeah. And Harmony, you listen, cursey words are not only welcome, they are encouraged here. Okay.
Yes.
Fuck is a normal part of my vocabulary. I just been trying to be easy because once the fucks start flowing, there is no stopping me. But
Right.
I agree. I just think that it's exploitative, it's gross. Um, she
She
doesn't
just
give a
did it,
fuck.
Sin. She just did it. She was
Yeah, I don't
just
watch her.
on live
I don't
and
watch
she
her.
started crying again and talking about the essay and the abuse and how, oh, I failed my kids. And then people telling her, no, you're such a good mom. And she'll be like, no, I failed them. Girl, you are not up for an Oscar, Emmy, and like none of these awards. You're not doing well. However, I say she's not doing well, but the people in her chats
Exactly.
continue to give her money.
And
I,
that's on them. You know what I mean? Like, listen, it's their money, but keep Mim's name out of your mouth because you had
That's
nothing nice
right.
to say about her.
That's right.
Nothing. So don't pretend like you give a fuck. Please don't. Please don't. And I'm sorry, I don't dictate or tell people who they can speak about, who they can't speak about, because that's crazy. But if you had nothing nice to say, and then you want to say, well, it's because the roles were reversed, they would be celebrating. Bitch, that's
No.
your thinking. That's your dark thinking. Because I
Right.
could tell you for a fucking guarantee, I don't celebrate anybody's downfall or demise or death. That is not a fucking thing. That is you and
No.
your twin, John Yates, bro. That's y'all shit, wishing, doing hexes and fucking spells on people for people to become ill and have bad things happen to them. Where they do that at, and shut the fuck up because you're full of shit. Okay, because I've been holding my shit. I don't really talk about Siwa, but since we gonna talk, we gonna talk. Bitch,
That's
if
right.
you're psychic, how the fuck you can't see your future and make money? How come you have to come and beg? You're a fucking psychic witch. You could
Um,
do all these health spells to cure people of cancer, but you can't cure yourself out of poverty. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
right, right. And listen, I understand that there are a lot of
Sorry,
creators
Pam.
that
Sorry.
use this as their sole income, and I get it. However, this isn't the fucking way. Like,
No.
don't get on there
Hi, Mustang Sally.
manipulating people that have a heart, that feel sorry for you. And I honestly, I'm like,
Yep.
people, how do you not
Yep.
see that she keeps doing it? How do you not see it? And it's frustrating. It's so, I want to shake them. Like,
That's
listen,
a good idea,
she is
Kira.
like, listen to everything she says. She is, all of it is for a grift. All of it. My
Yes.
son this, my son that. No, I'm such a bad mom because my son, and I didn't know that
Exactly.
his dad was hitting him or whatever. And I would have left right away. Really, girl? Really? Would you have?
No. 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 I'm
How
tired of it.
about it?
And Bobby, you're right. We all suffer terrible bits of life. It is inevitable. It is how we handle it. It is how we handle it, how we persevere. It's this mind game, and it's become so easy on social media. Stormy, get sorry. It's become so easy on social media, TikTok, YouTube, to come and just go live and ask for money, not
Mm-hmm.
even putting anything positive out into the universe, not even
Right.
making any content that adds anything good to any of these platforms. There are certain people that just come, they click live, and they are nasty, entitled.
Yes.
Oh, can everybody send me $1? Can somebody send me $5? There was this woman who was on a live, being her babies were screaming in the background, and she's too preoccupied with going live that her babies are screaming, and people are telling her because the way she talks to her kids, and they were toddlers. One was like maybe 2 years old, the other one was like 4 years old, and she's overwhelmed and she starts crying, and you could hear her, the kids are screaming, and she leaves and goes off camera, and you could tell that she's being mistreating them. And she has this other woman on camera who's defending it and talking about, somebody says, how can we help? Oh, well, she needs to pay her mortgage, she needs $589. Somebody says, what about the baby daddy? Why she don't get, oh, the baby daddy lives with her? What are we doing? What are we doing? And again,
Right.
I'm here a hypocrite because I've shared personal things about my life, and I have also 2 years ago needed help, and I've appreciated it. But I'll be damned if every month I've come here and asked for help. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that,
Two
no, you
years.
don't do that. You don't. You really don't. And for you to be said that like you're a grifter or whatever of a year, and
You get it, Breezy
nah,
Breezy.
man, like there's so many people out there doing this shit. Like, and what's sad is, say, I'm just somebody and I hear about Siwa's channel, so I click in it, and if I was not in therapy for many years and emotionally strong enough, I can
Yeah.
easily see how her telling the same story that has different details, by the way, over and over and over again, just
Yes.
for money, and to
There's no
start
way.
crying. Let me add the crying. Oh, let me pause. Oh, I hope you guys don't mind it, because that $50. I can't tell you how much that helped me. Stop it. Get a fucking job. Stop using your trauma for money.
Yep. Guys, I that is so true. Let me tell you something. I have spoken that I have childhood trauma. I've said that. That is the beginning and the end of it. I've never, not in members only, not in any lives, spoken specifically about the trauma. You know why? Because it's traumatic. It's traumatic. And it's not only traumatic to me, it would be traumatic for my sons who are grown men to ever come across one of my videos and hear some sort of trauma that I went through like that. So I would never share that because I don't want my sons to hear it. I don't want to traumatize anybody that watches my videos that may have experienced similar trauma. It doesn't matter. It's traumatizing, and people have articulated how triggering it is to them, and she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't
No,
give a
she
fuck. She
don't.
tells
She
the
don't.
same
She'll say
story over and over.
whatever. Yep. And I don't believe that she's an advocate for LGBTQ or for
Exacto.
minorities. I think she's lying. I do not believe she's indigenous. I can't believe anything this girl says because of how many lies she's been caught in, and then to pretend that it never happened. Like, girl, no,
Rewrite
you said
history.
that. You said that. We all heard you. And like Maria and Brooke, I'm sorry, but I'm like, hell yeah, girls, get her. Only because she keep like Siwa went live 2 days ago and said that Maria had called her Siwa's sister's job.
Right.
It was a lie. There's no way. Listen, Maria has admitted to a lot worse, and she's done it on her own. She'll get up there and be like, "Yep, I said this, I did this, I went to the cops, I whatever, whatever." But
Right.
when she said that Maria called her sister's job, she hasn't mentioned it since. And that's
No, no,
because
and she said that she is
Maria,
filing charges against them. She's a liar.
yeah, yes, and there's no charges, none,
No,
none.
and she hasn't mentioned it since. She dropped that on her audience, and they were sending super chats galore, right? Because it was pity party. They're contacting my family. I'm getting charges pressed. Here, send money for attorneys for your legal fees. She has no legal fees. Her channel is coming at people. We've seen it with Jen Bailey. Not to bring up Jen Bailey because she's not here. I'm not trying to, but I'm saying we saw the body cam footage of the cops saying there's nothing we could do. There's nothing we can do. And I can guarantee that they're telling Siwa that too. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. If your fifis are hurt from something somebody's saying online, I don't watch negative videos about me. That's it. I have to
Nope.
be an adult.
Hell
I have
no.
to be
That's
an
not good
adult.
for your mental health. I
I
don't
have to
either.
be an adult. That's it. But these people want to call the police on each other for hurting their feelings and shit. Like, we need to get a grip. We need to get a grip. And things like this, tragedies like this, bring things back into focus for me and bring my channel back into focus. Why I started my freaking channel wasn't to fight with people on the internet that I'm never going to meet. So why is their opinion so important for me that I have to come and respond or throw jabs at them or talk shit about them? It's really not that important. And I've been focusing on the wrong things too often on my channel. And I think so many people have lost the plot. It's entitlement. You start, it's intoxicating, it's addicting, right? It's so quick. People send you donations, you give a little sob story, people send you money, you say a little more, and people want to support you, and it becomes intoxicating. And it becomes so easy. It's instant gratification. Get a fucking job. Teach your children better. Sorry.
Hey, Ann Graham's here. Hey, sweetheart.
Hi, New Day.
Girl, I'm hoping Maria like drags the fuck out of Siwa for what she's been doing. Because there's no way. Maria
Yes,
always
it
admits to
is.
the shit she does. And it could be like some of the
Surgery.
worst shit. And Maria be like, yep, I did that. But for Siwa to get on and try to grift and use Maria, like, Maria called my sister's job. What? What? Where's the
Yeah,
proof?
that's
No
bullshit.
proof. And she
That's bullshit.
pretends like she comes up on stream like it never happened. Like she never accused Maria of these things. You
Yeah,
fucked with the wrong one, girl, and you should know by now.
I
Like
love my baby
Maria
girl.
ain't letting that go. Okay, you got
Yeah.
memberships in.
I know. Hi, Ann Graham. Hi, Patty Brunnan. Breezy girl, I love you so much, man. Like,
I know. I
just
love
does my
her.
heart warm. And Stormy is, I love Stormy too. And emotions are high. Emotions are high. People were very close to Mims. And they had just gotten all this information, and some people closer to her had a little bit, but it was information overload, right? When you're watching Heidi, it was information overload, emotions boiled over, and you want to give that anger to somebody. That anger belongs solely on the shoulders of Neil, and I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
He did this. He did this, and then he didn't get her help when it was most needed.
She could be here
The
right now.
responsibility, the
Right
blame is
now.
with him.
She could be here. She could be, maybe mad or whatever that I doubt it because Mims wasn't even an addict, which makes it so much worse. Like,
So much
dude,
harder. So much
you
harder.
gave this beautiful soul something that, and I know, I get it. A lot of people don't like her, whatever. We all have our little feuds and stuff, but we're talking real life. She had kids,
I
grandkids,
loved her.
you
Her
know.
feisty ass.
She was feisty as fuck. We didn't call her Messy Mims for nothing.
She
She
was.
was
And
an
thank you for the
amazing
memberships,
woman.
JJ. Thank you for gifting the 10 memberships.
You're
And
welcome.
congratulations to everybody who got them. I don't even know if I could go. Oh, yeah, I can.
I can read
We
it. Yep.
Okay, Stormy Rivers got one. Mikey, Rabbit of Chaos, juror number 6, Lisa Wigger, Miranda, Ari Sue, Sarah Z is another feisty one. She's feisty as hell. The Amber Chick and Miss Cassandra. Thank you, JJ, and
Of
congratulations
course.
to all the new members, guys. And again, I'm gonna keep saying it because I think it's important. I'm sorry that I didn't know, and it's honest, guys. I didn't know how to turn off the super chats or any of that. But this stream isn't monetized. It will not be monetized, and this wasn't a money grab for me. I
Of
swear,
course not. You would
swear.
never. You would
I
never.
don't
You're not
give a
Siwa
fuck about
fucking Moon. That bitch is like, she gets up there and is
it.
exploiting and telling her son's private information on the internet. No one knew, Siwa, that your son suffers from severe depression. No one knew
They didn't
that
need to know
until
that. They
you
didn't need to
just
know that.
said it so that way you can get super chats. And then, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God,
Yes.
$50. You have no idea how much that helps. Bitch, get a fucking job. You can make
And
that in a few
it is
hours.
generous. $50 is extremely generous, but girl, stop it.
Yes,
Stop it. She even
yes.
started crying like I can't with the theatrics. I just can't. And Bobby Mims is being taken home to her parents' house. She's being put into comfort care.
I think she's there now. I think
Well,
she's
I'm not sure if
already.
she is now, right, but she was um and again, guys, Heidi, if you haven't seen her video, it is pinned in my chat, the live where she explains everything. Um, and Mims is on comfort care now. So yeah,
Oh,
Slime Lord Bob
Brenda.
is no good. He totally took advantage of her a huge kind heart. Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
long line of guys who'd like to find them. I promise. Listen,
there is.
listen, I'm not even a dude, and I'd love to find them. I'm in Jersey.
Yeah,
Hi,
mom
Brenda.
tube. I wouldn't mess with those dudes, and they're pissed. Like they're
Thank you,
calling him
Brenda.
every name in the book, and they don't want it to reflect on them. Although
Mhm.
there are only two creators that I watch, maybe three,
Mhm.
from the whole mob tube thing, and it's just because they have good hearts and they've demonstrated that.
Yeah.
Whereas, you have this guy, this very unassuming guy, Neil,
Thank
like
you, Brenda.
he's showing some attention, any
Yeah.
woman would
Yeah.
love that. But this
Yeah.
is a cautionary tale. Please,
It is.
I beg you. I tell my kids all the time, if you meet somebody online, that you're agreeing to date, whatever, just let me know who it is, their name, and where you're
Yes.
going.
Yes. That is a great point, JJ, because I had said that. We need to make sure no matter where we go, listen, be very careful with people that you meet on the internet. I'm trying to make levity out of this situation. I'm going to tell the story again. Hi, Lainey Lynn. Yes, I know, Lainey Lynn. I was shocked too that so many people didn't really know about Narcan, and it's not on hand. I think it's important, and that is why Gemini 44 is really pushing for this movement, and we are all
Yes,
behind it. We will
we're
endorse
behind it.
it. We will support
Hmm.
it. We will keep talking about it. Hashtag justice for Mims.
If
Um,
you want to do something,
mhm.
if you want to do something because the family doesn't want anything, they just want their privacy, and
Yes,
God bless them. I can't
yes,
blame them. I would want the same thing. So if there is something though that you want to do, um, for Mims and in her name, her memory,
yes,
get Narcan, get it,
yes.
because
And
you
have
never
family members get
know.
in the con. Anybody you can get it, keep it with you, travel with it. I'm going to make sure my sons carry with it. But also be very careful who you meet online. When me and JJ first met, her husband demanded, even though I'm a female, that
He's
he meets
crazy.
me. And it wasn't
Hmm.
only him, it was his brother, his wife. They had backup. Like, no, we're gonna make sure
Yup,
JJ's
yup.
not sex trafficked. And
That's what he said. I
yeah,
don't
that's
care.
what he
Oh,
said.
you don't know this person. They could be sex trafficking you. I'm like, babe, sin is not
Wow.
sex. I don't care. I need to meet her. I need to know what she looks like. My husband came down from the room, whatever floor we were
Thank you,
on
Brenda.
at the hotel to meet Cindy,
Yes,
just
he did.
because he wanted to make sure it was safe. And
Yep.
yes, he had two of his
I know.
brothers and one of the girls, their girlfriend at the time, wife
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So,
And I thought that
and
that was amazing. You got to make sure and listen,
please,
tell
yes, make sure.
somebody, make sure somebody knows where you are, who you're with, their first and last name, a number. Me and my sons, we have our locations visible to each other. So they know where I am at. Two of my sons, we share our location. I can always look where they are. They can always look where I am. And I think it's important. It's important because even if we're not able to answer a call or a text, they can look and see exactly where I am. We have to put preventive measures, safety measures in place
Yeah.
to
Yep.
prevent things like this because not only was she left, she was a Jane Doe for 24 hours. Those were
No
24
more than
hours
that.
the family didn't
3
know.
days, Cindy.
What?
3 days. Yes. That's what they're saying. I mean, as long as it's a lie, but that's what they're saying is for 3 days they didn't know who she was. She was a Jane Doe. Jane Doe, right? That's what. Uh,
And
what the
Harmony, I'm
fuck,
so
dude?
sorry.
You're a scumbag.
He is. He's the
Scumbag. You
lowest
are the
of the low.
lowest of the fucking low.
He's the
And
lowest
I
of the
hope
low.
somebody does find you and gets a hold of you, because there's a lot of people pissed right now. You pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Justin, um, lay the lay Neil right out, like punch him
You'll
right
see it
on the
on
floor.
Heidi's.
You can see it on Heidi's because she showed it, and I was like, God damn, man! Like Mims's son was not playing,
Yeah.
and I
And
don't
I am
blame her.
so sorry to Harmony and all the close group of friends that held this in for that long. It must have been agonizing.
Yeah, yeah,
And I am, my heart is broken. And thank you, Mama T. This is the Substance Abuse National Hotline. Again, the Good Samaritan law is in place in all 50 states. 47 states have it for overdose specifically. You won't get in trouble. All you have to do, but you have to say specifically that they took opioids or something so that the people know what they're coming into, and that saves precious time. Please don't be afraid to get somebody help. It can be the difference between life and death. And everyone, don't think that because you don't know any addicts, you've never dealt with anyone in addiction, get Narcan.
yeah,
Please get Narcan. Keep Narcan. Have family members. You listen to me. You don't have to ingest it. You can touch a surface. You can touch a doorknob, a door, anything, a table. Let's say you're in a fast food restaurant and somebody has just put some drugs on there. Listen, it happens. I
yes,
live in New York. I've seen many things. And you're in McDonald's and you happen to put your burger on a table, and somebody that was just there was doing whatever they were doing, and you touch that, it's not a game. This fentanyl is horrendous, okay? And it's very, very serious. It's very, very scary. You never know. You can be anywhere and someone may come into contact with it and you can save someone's life. I think it's extremely important, and we need to honor Mims. And if we can honor Mims by doing that, we need to do that. We need to do
yeah.
that.
We
My brother
absolutely
was
do.
dumped and robbed. I'm so sorry, Laney Lynn.
Yeah.
Laney Lynn, listen, this is insane. And we know, I know, I've shared this so many times. People are usually dumped. People are usually dumped. Again, my friend Stuart was thrown out the window. He only
Wow.
survived because he was in a terrible neighborhood, and the trash was like almost 2 stories high, and he landed on a bunch of trash, and he woke up 3 days later with all of the ends of his fingers gone. The rats had, thankfully, they didn't reach his eyes or any, they just had to go at his fingers. It happens. People are left discarded, you know, thrown out of cars, left
God.
places. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. The Good Samaritan law has been in place since 1975. And I understand fear, but we need to think about people's lives. You won't get in trouble. Just don't leave people like that. I can't imagine leaving people like that. I get
No,
it. I
neither
get
can I.
it.
And I also can't imagine, not liking someone and saying, well, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to know. See, what you are
And
thread,
now
in
she's,
my book.
she's so concerned. Get the fuck out of here. I
Yeah, I
can't.
know, I know. Or she acts like she hasn't heard the stream prior or knew what happened, because I haven't been online and I don't know because I don't watch these people,
Such a lie. Such a lie.
except she does know because she'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, well, wait, this part's coming up. But
Yeah.
I thought you don't watch it.
And you didn't see the
So,
stream. Yeah, like it's ridiculous. At
right.
least be
I
honest.
can't
At
stand
least
the
be honest.
bullshit
Like, no,
lies. She's the
she
most
is. She
I'm
is.
sorry, but in my opinion, she is one of the biggest scamming grifters online.
Oh
And
my God,
she
Maria,
like
I
it
know.
hits like all the check boxes, like oh, let me get on. Oh, I'm not. When you start your stream about how your stream isn't making money because of an intro song or whatever it is, and then you start to collect money and you start crying and you don't know how much this helps me, it's going to make them so mad, it's going to make them so mad.
That's so manipulative. Oh my
It's
God, guys, they're gonna be
manipulative.
so upset at the money. Like, stop doing that. And
Yep.
and there's some people that sometimes, like, let's say I did a stream and I got a bunch of money and a bunch of people made videos about it, which isn't a thing. I'm hypothetical, guys. Then I came and I was like, oh, people were mad about last time. But when it's a pattern of behavior, like it is with her, it's a pattern of behavior, guys. This is her shtick. That is her content. Again, I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm not, but fuck that. The truth is the truth. Her content is grifting and trauma dumping and trauma bonding with people. And it's gross. It triggers people and she doesn't care. She doesn't.
Oh,
I know
you got
advocates who would
more.
never do
You
that.
got you got more memberships.
JJ, what are you
Yay!
doing?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, Virgie, of
It
course,
was
like a Virgie.
Virgie or like a Virgie. So
Oh,
we got.
recaps with Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
Brenda, Gamecock Jenny, Just Jules, and Amy Lou. Yay! Thank
Woohoo!
you. Thank you, our Virgie. Thank you so much. And hey, Hoggets, how are you? How you doing? I just think it's I don't know, guys. Again, I just think that it's entitled and we need to stop putting that. We are in a recession. A lot of people are doing bad. Do you know how many people I speak to on a daily basis that are struggling, that tell me they would never come and share it here, but they see these
Every day.
entitled people that do this and take advantage and then don't even have appreciation or gratitude? They expect it. It's gross and it's upsetting to people that do go out and work every day and bust their ass and still struggle to take care of their family and have never asked for a thing ever on the internet. I get those DMs, I get those phone calls from people that tell me that, and it breaks my heart. And it's not okay. Have some
No, it's
gratitude
too
in your
much.
fucking attitude.
Yeah, it's too much. And if you go to a channel and they constantly are, and what bothered me in the very beginning about Siwa was that, and this was with no preconceived notions about how she is, how she be, nothing. I wanted to see for myself. Like I always, I
Thank you,
need to get a
sweetie.
feel for myself because I always pray that people don't just go by what people that don't like me say for whatever reason. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they get to know me as me and
Yeah.
not just what somebody said when there's a whole backstory to it,
Yeah.
and it absolutely breaks my heart to see will get up there, lie about people, lie blatantly. There's no way in hell I believe that Maria ever called Siwa's sister. And now Siwa is ignoring the fact that she said that. Like, girl, did you like fall
No
and bump your
follow up,
head real,
nothing.
real hard? Like,
Right.
no, man. And I hope that Maria does whatever she can do. That's not the person I'd want to fuck with. So good luck, Siwa. That's all I'm going to say.
I just think we
With
need to be
your,
more responsible, JJ, with our platforms. Don't come out and say,
yes,
spread lies about people, um, to get people activated in rage, right? Because we know we're the emo kids in the cafeteria, and we're fine being that. We're fine being the emo. I like being emo. When I was in high school, I was all about that emo life. So I'm okay with that. I don't need to be it. You know what I mean? Like, I've done it in high school. I did all the popular things. I was a popular kid. I don't need to
yeah,
relive that on
same.
social media in my 40s. I'm not, the most popular on YouTube, and that's not my goal here. My goal is to be honest and be me. And I fuck up sometimes. I say some shit that people don't like. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But I've never been fake or phony, and I've never pretended to fuck with somebody that I don't fuck with for any
Right.
type of agenda or any kind of gain, none of that shit. What you see
No,
is
we
what you
don't do that. We don't do the scheming
eyelashes and
behind the
crooked glasses
scenes
and
and
all. Like,
be like, Cindy, let's plot the next live. Who are we
oh
gonna
my
go after? Cry about so we get
Yep.
super chats.
Yep. Yeah,
I
no
I
way.
don't understand. How do people not see this? How many times does the same story that the details keep changing
Because
have to be
sometimes people are
told?
so
Like
kind,
she
JJ.
don't give a fuck that she's
Yeah,
triggering people
I
that
can't either.
are that have had DV or SA, any of those things. She don't
Yes,
give a fuck that she is constantly talking about it and triggering people that have been
exactly.
through that. It's not fair. It's not okay.
It's
And
not.
she does it all for money, and it's disgusting.
And she
Disgusting.
also goes into graphic details, guys.
Yes.
Again, I know that everybody deals with trauma and grief
Yes.
differently, but I can tell you as a trauma survivor, I could never go through the details, let alone with my therapist. But online, publicly on YouTube, like for everybody to go through every graphic detail, and God forbid my children, right, ever went through any trauma, I would never fix my mouth to speak of any trauma my sons have gone through on YouTube. That is not my fucking story to tell. How dare somebody? That shit is on the internet forever. Shit that I said, some shit I regret. But I would never, never tell my kids stories. Never. That's just not a fucking thing. And we have to
Mm.
be aware of that. Stop trying to do shit to gain something in some kind of way and you putting your kids out there like forever. Because even if you delete it or privatize it or whatever, somebody screenshot it, somebody's going to repost it. It's immortalized on the internet forever.
I
And
mean,
it's
we saw
gross.
it happen in real time.
Yep. Yep,
Real
Breezy.
time, right before this stream. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my
I didn't
God,
see it, thank
here she
God.
is doing it again, telling the story. And you, oh, it's
Yes,
my
happy.
fault that my son, I guess her son was
That's
smacked
right,
around
Lily.
or something by the, it's my fault because I didn't leave. It's my fault. It's
Wow,
like,
she told that story? Oh no.
yes,
Oh
yes.
no.
And her poor son, like, I
Oh my
didn't know
God.
that he was severely depressed. I didn't know that
No.
his husband, I can't even say ex because they're still married, you
Whoa.
know, whacked around or hit the son. Nobody knew that. However, the son is still living with the dad. So why
Yeah,
the fuck would you say that on a public platform? No one knew that. No one knew
yeah.
that. She did it for money. Plain and
Yes.
simple
Yes,
money.
guys. Yes. Yes. I agree. I agree. And I think it's gross. And we have to be aware of that, guys. Again, I know, I trust me, I've made mistakes. I've said things, I've overshared certain parts of my life. Um, but one thing that, my point for coming on YouTube was to share my recovery, my addiction, so that if one person can learn from it and be saved, then I was happy with that. And there
Mm-hmm.
were certain parts of my personal life that I shared that I shouldn't have, and I've learned from it though. I don't talk about my daily struggles is not a thing, is not a thing for YouTube. When I feel overwhelmed, I do not go live. I do
Right.
not a thing. When
We
I'm in that
cancel
kind of
it.
state,
If we're
we
supposed to go
cancel it.
live, we cancel it because we
Yes,
don't want to say things that we don't mean. But right
yes, no
now,
way.
everything I said, I mean. Stop it, Siwa. You're taking advantage of
Exactly,
people
Harmony.
that, may have been through domestic V or been through SA, and that's not fair. And I can tell you from
You're right, Brenda.
I didn't know anything about Siwa, and I started listening. I don't know. One day I just went, I don't even know why or what made me go
Yep.
there. And I started listening to her, and I'm like, oh my God, like she's spreading all these details, saying all these details. And I felt bad.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
I also felt triggered
Yes. Yes, I
as
would
an
listen to
SA
her and I would
survivor.
feel
And
triggered.
she does it so,
I felt
yes,
triggered,
and she does it
guys.
so casually.
Yes. I felt
Yep.
triggered
She
listening to
does
her.
it so casually,
Yeah.
like, I'm the only one who has ever been through SA. Bitch, no, you're not.
No, you're
People
not.
listening to you
You're
have been
not.
too. So while you're doing your grifting, you're hurting people. Stop
Yes.
it.
Yep. And I think that I've said this too. Tragedy, death brings out the best or the worst in people. It brings their true nature to the surface. It does. And when times like that, hard times, you know, that's when you can tell the character of people. That's when you can tell the character of people. And I think that it's more important that people have come together, and if something good comes out of this is that people realize that the petty shit doesn't matter. Now, there's people have serious beefs, things that have crossed people's boundaries. There are boundaries of mine that have been crossed on YouTube, and there's people that I will never fuck with again in life. That I understand. But petty shit, not liking somebody because I misunderstood, or whatever, judged too harshly, things like that, that's petty shit. You understand? But it's about coming together for the greater good. And there are some people that can't do that no matter what. There are some people that refuse to come together no matter what. And
Right.
I think that that is the most important takeaway. People need to pay attention to patterns of behavior. If people can never put aside their own needs and their own selfish bullshit to wish good or prayers or whatever, especially when you say you're a Christian, nah, and
Right.
you can't put aside your bullshit to wish good and prayers, if not for the person, for their children, as a mom, as a human being. You don't even have to be a parent. Like Bobby said earlier, he's not a parent, but he feels for the family and the loved ones. You don't have to be a parent to understand that heartache, that pain, that grief. But some people don't care because they are so self centered. They are so self centered, it doesn't matter. And I don't ever want to be that person. I can be an asshole sometimes. Yes, I could be a bitch sometimes. Sometimes I say things I don't mean to say. Sometimes I say things and it comes out wrong. It comes out not the way I intended to say it. But my heart is never, ever to hurt somebody, ever.
No, never. Mm-mm. Me neither. Nope. That's
I'm
not
not
our
that
goal.
girl,
Anytime we've got up
Melanie
here
B.
and spoke crazy or whatever, it was because it was provoked and we're
Yes,
just responding.
Melanie.
Because I don't look at people and think, oh my God, we're just gonna listen. Just because I don't like you doesn't mean that a stream needs to be made about you. I keep that shit to myself. Like I don't think there's any reason to be doing what she does. And
No,
she's supposed to be for victims of DV and SA. She's not. I can
no, she's
promise
an
you,
advocate for
she's
her damn
not.
wallet. Is what
Yes,
she is.
exactly. Because nobody does that. Nobody
I hope
outs
so,
very
not that girl.
private stories or like none of that. You don't try
Oh,
to listen. I don't even tell people like things about a medical condition I have because I don't want to put it on my not my, but on
thank you.
any the public, the
Yeah,
subscribers. I don't want to put it
yep.
on them to feel
Hey,
that they
just
need to do
Jules.
something for me to make it better. And that
Yeah,
is exactly what Seawood does. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, my son. And then, she gets the
fucking
super
girl.
chat and it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh,
It's
my
working.
speechless.
It's
It's,
working. They're
yeah,
falling for
like,
it.
like
Oh, she,
this
wait, I'm supposed to be
act.
crying. I'm supposed to be crying. Get the fuck out of here with
Beyond
that, man.
act.
Go.
Cindy's not up here like putting her Cash App, her PayPal,
No,
none of those things. Would
no.
it be amazing if she gets those things? Of course, but
It's
not
gravy. It's gravy.
exactly like Cindy
But it's
said,
not
it's
my
gravy.
potatoes. It's not my mashed potatoes. I don't expect anybody to mash my potatoes. I don't expect anybody to give me potatoes to mash. I get my potatoes, I mash them. YouTube is gravy. And I appreciate gravy. I love gravy. I don't know who don't like gravy, but I don't expect people to, what I mean, take care of me. That's fucking crazy and it's entitled and it's fucking gross. Hey,
Yeah.
Rabbit of Chaos. Hey, Just Jules. Hey, Stacy.
Hey,
Hi,
Scott.
Patty. Hi, Scott Thistle. Thank you, sweetie, for the super sticker. You are very kind. Hey, Kenlin. Thank you, guys. And
Jules.
and
Hey,
not that girl.
Jules.
I think that what he did, I want some mashed potatoes too. I know I shouldn't. I love me some mashed potatoes with some gravy. Anyway, okay, okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think he disabled his channel because he know every time he says he goes worse. He's worse and worse and worse. And every time he does that, he disables his channel for a little while to try to avoid the strikes or the reporting and all of that. And then he's a coward. John Yates is a coward. He's a bitch. He's a
Yep.
bitch. He's a straight bitch. I posted about John Yates the first time ever, and it was because I was in Just Jules with Just Jules, and she was like, we were watching him lose his shit. I thank God I didn't hear his comments about Mims. Thank God I didn't hear that. I got there right before he destroyed the Nutcracker, and I don't remember who said it, but somebody was like, "Oh, the Nutcracker was cooched," because he did that to her owl. And so I went and I grabbed it real quick before I knew he was gonna take that shit down, and just screen recorded that one little part and put it up. This is what I'm talking. The entitlement. Somebody sends you a gift, a Nutcracker. Those things are not cheap, and you just destroy it.
Oh my
It
God, we were laughing,
was.
Jules. We
It
were
was.
laughing.
Just
Him
Jules was like,
banging it
somebody
on.
needs to get that part, and I did because in moments like this, we need a
Fuck
moment
is
of
that?
levity to bring us back to, you know what I mean, to the realization that people are gonna be who they are, right? John Yates is who he is. He is one of the worst people on this platform. He
Oh,
is. He's a terrible. He is a gay man who is homophobic, transphobic, and I don't use that lightly, right? Because
yep.
I may not agree with some of the, I don't agree with the trans activism that's going on social
With the
media.
kids.
Does not
Right,
mean
right.
I'm
Yep.
transphobic, right? People throw that around too easily. You don't agree with their agenda, their woke agenda, you're transphobic. That's not a thing. But this man is transphobic. This man is homophobic. He has internalized homophobia. He is a racist, a bigot. He is everything negative. Like he is a black speck on the fucking scourge of humanity. That is that man. And I don't say that lightly. He is the worst of the worst of the worst, sir. He's the worst. Okay? And he's fucking disgusting. He's fucking disgusting. Yes. Yes, that's just Jules. Yes. And I'm sorry, but he's the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, he
He's
is.
the
He's
worst.
disgusting. And he outed, what happened with Mims. And I listen, I have my suspicions on
That's
who shared that information. And I thought as of this morning,
yes.
but then I
Predatory.
looking a little more into it, and the reality is I
I
don't
wish
know
I
for
found
sure.
out who
It's
gave him that
all
information. They need
speculation
to be
because
exposed. They
they
need to be
do.
exposed
They do.
too.
Because
Sorry.
what happened, nobody should have been privy to that information.
No,
I
no,
don't think anyway. I
no.
don't think. And
Yep. I
you
think
can
that it's
you can't.
important for somebody, whoever got that information to John Yates, to be exposed because that was sensitive information. People are grieving. People were mortified. People were going through the worst of the worst, right? Dealing with this, knowing this stuff. And for him to just come out and then wish harm on her with this information, gloating and so smug, and a face that you just want to, it's, they need to be exposed to. Hi, my sweet Cole. I'm sorry, I'm talking shit.
Yeah.
And then somebody as sweet as Cole comes in, I'm like, Lord of
I
mercy.
know, right? Like
Hi,
he's a dog, but
Beans.
he sees it too. And
Yeah. I know,
listen,
it
there
brings me back.
there
It's
was
like,
a
damn, he's
long
so sweet. And I'm
time.
over here like,
I know.
sorry.
There was a long time, that I didn't
Yep.
know
Yep, he
Anne
was.
and Maria, and
Yeah.
I thought certain ways of them,
Yeah.
whatever. And but since then,
Yep.
I've
Yep.
always wanted,
Not just
I'm
you.
always striving to do better. We have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Like we have to see the whole picture and strive to do better. And
I
when I
agree.
saw the things that, Siwa was doing and the lies and I'm like, wait a minute, these people are entirely different than what I thought. And I
Yeah.
hope that everybody, no matter what you hear about someone, go and look for yourself. Just
Yes.
go and look for yourself. Get an idea. And can you still be burnt by that person? Yes.
Yeah.
Cindy and I have both learned our lesson with that. Riding
Yes.
hard for someone that don't give a F about you.
Yeah.
You know that, but however I see Anna Maria almost like me and Cindy, right? Like
Yeah.
we're coming in
Ride
together
or
no
die
matter
for each
fucking
other.
what.
Yep.
No
Yep.
matter what. I don't give a shit
Don't
if
come for
Cindy
my
says
JJ.
something. That's right. I don't give
Thank
a
you,
fuck if
Stacy.
she says
Thank you.
something that's completely off the wall and I don't agree with. We'll talk about that shit later. But in
Yeah.
the present
In
time,
private, she'll tear my ass apart. Yeah.
don't come for my girl. It's like siblings, right? Like I can
Yeah.
call them motherfucking assholes all I
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
but nobody else better. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're
We're
right. And thank you,
crazy.
Stacy. You're very kind. And Harmony,
Thank
you're
you,
right.
Stacy.
Heidi, Terry, and Danielle. Sorry, I was gonna say Daniel. My Danny should have been the
Danny.
ones to share this when the family was ready. And I agree. And I agree. And just Jules, you're right. You know, they knew what he would do. Whoever gave him that information knew what he would do with it because he's a wicked, wicked, miserable little man. He is. You know what I mean? He small penis energy. And not that I want to see it. I'm just saying, you know those Napoleon complex type dudes that have to puff out their chest because they're just so miserable in their lives that they want to spread that misery to everyone else. And that is the kind of person he is, you know? And I think that that is what the only
Yeah.
way to overcome behavior like that is to come together with a purpose and not let the petty shit overtake the important things. I think that's so important, guys. We have to keep that in perspective, you
Well,
know?
there are people that come on this platform for different, this platform meaning YouTube, for different reasons. Like you come on here and if because you want to talk about addiction, you're very passionate about it, very. And I love that because I've learned a lot from you. Um, we talk about these different things. But is it really content if somebody gets up there and exploits her kids as well as herself for things that she says that she's been through in her entire life? I don't I don't think that's very fair to get on a platform and cry every single time and put your problems on the shoulder of your subs. I feel that's wrong. It's not right. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's
Oh, I'm
just
over
me.
here
I just
talking and
don't.
my shit is muted. Sorry. I'm like, yeah, yeah. And Mama T, happy belated birthday. Oh my God.
Yes. I didn't even realize happy belated birthday,
I'm
Mama
so
T. We
sorry.
love
Thank
you.
you. When I saw BB say it, I was like, oh, and then I looked and Caddy said it. I was like, oh shit. Mama T, happy belated birthday. And hi, BB loves Honey T. How are you, sweetheart? She said, nope,
Baby.
nope, and nope. Yep, I agree. And JJ, you hit it right on the head, you know? And
It gets old. It gets
it does.
old. It
It
gets
does get
old
old.
to hear somebody constantly talking about an essay situation. See, well, you're not the only one. There's a lot of women and men out there who have suffered the same thing
Yes.
and don't want to hear you talking about that for money and
And there's
crying
a way
about
to
it for
do it with
money.
true advocacy.
Right.
And bring some statistics, do some interviews with people that have overcome adversity and stuff like that. But she doesn't do that, guys. And I think that that's the important thing. Again, I'm not here, I'm not an expert on content. My shit, I'm a streamer, but bring something, some kind of advocacy in your, don't get people to donate for tents for the homeless. Like, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. Because let me tell you
I
something. People that do
know.
for the
I
homeless
know.
do not come here and talk about what they do for the homeless. Let's be honest and real about that. It's disgusting. Thank you, Ann Graham. Thank you for the super sticker. I
Oh,
appreciate
thank
you.
you. That's so
And
sweet.
again, guys, I'm sorry. Please, it's not necessary. This stream isn't monetized. I don't want that for people to say that that's what I did. That's not. I didn't monetize this
No,
stream.
never.
Before we started, I thought I had monetized it because we were going to talk about scamming, and I checked and it wasn't set to be monetized, and it won't be monetized. And in the future, I will check to find out how to turn off my super chats. Um, you know, for situations like this. But thank you. I appreciate you guys kindly. And it will go in my grifting fund. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to make light of it.
Yes,
Hi,
Gemini.
Gemini.
Gemini, yes. We've been talking about
Yeah.
that. Everybody, and honestly, you saying that has made me I even told my kids, I'm like, we're gonna find Narcan, you're gonna carry it, I'm gonna carry it, you know, both
Yes.
my kids are gonna carry it in the name of our friend, you know,
Yeah.
Mims,
And
our
for your
sweet
movement,
friend.
Gemini. And we thank you, Gemini. I put up a community tab, and I'm gonna put up another one with a post that you put on IG, but I put up a community tab and I said, we are following Gemini's movement to honor
Yes.
Mims, to carry Narcan. And so many people, Gemini, you should go see, so many people in the comments were like that they're going to get their family, themselves Narcan and their family Narcan. And
Yes.
I think that that is the best way to honor Mims. And I'm so appreciative of you coming up with that. And thank you for that, Gemini. Thank you for that. You know,
Steven?
thank you,
Who,
BB.
Steven Crisco?
What, Stephen? What,
Caddy says, JJ, Steven says she's blocked. Can you please check?
Stephen?
Steven would never be blocked. Yeah, that must be an accident somehow.
Yeah, that's and thank
Because
you,
that's
BB.
weird.
BB loves honey tea. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
BB.
Let me check right now because that's not a thing. What the hell is
Yeah.
Stephen blocked for?
Right, Gemini. We
I have
hope
to
we
unblock
never
just
have to
another
use
troll
it.
too. In case
Oh,
just
just
another troll
another troll.
comes in, I'm gonna unblock you. What, JJ?
God. Could you imagine? Like, you and I have grown so much. Like,
Right.
we're blocking just another troll. And
We're
I've been
unblocking
talking to her in Jules's chat. Like, and
She's
it's
pretty
so
funny
cool
too. She's
because
pretty funny.
she agrees on a lot of the same things we do. And it's so funny because in a million years, I never would have thought that me and just
Here she
another
goes.
troll would be cool and talking to each other in a civil conversation.
I
And that
unblocked
has
her.
happened.
Yeah,
So,
I
you
unblocked
know,
her.
hell froze over.
It did. It did. I unblocked her, so in case she's watching, I don't see Steven Crisco here at all.
I know. Steven would never be blocked,
No, she's
ever.
not
We
here.
love
I'm looking
her.
right now, and she isn't here at all.
Yes, yeah, Caddy, they can be civil. And you know, just another troll, she asked Cindy and I in one of Jules's IG lives if she could apologize
Oh shit,
because
Steven is blocked. How did she get blocked?
why? I don't
Yup,
know,
Steven
but she
Crisco
should
was
be.
blocked. Holy schnizzle. Sorry, guys. I just unblocked her. Oh my God, how did
So we
Steven
got
get?
a rogue mod.
I don't know that. That's
What the hell?
crazy. I just unblocked her. Oh my God, Steven. I am so sorry. You were blocked. I'm so sorry. Thank God I looked again. I was like, she's not blocked. Then I said, let me look again. Oh my, I did, Vera. I found her. Yes, I unblocked you. I swear, Steven, that's
Wow.
crazy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
got to be
sorry.
some kind of mistake, an accident, something, because
Yeah, that's
never. Steven is
crazy. That's not a
amazing.
thing. Yeah. And I
Exactly.
and Gemini, so I thank you for that. I think that that was such an amazing idea, and we will be pushing that, and we will be honoring that. And I have Narcan, but I want to get more. And I shared a short video in the beginning talking about facts about the Good Samaritan law, that it is in all 50 states. Again, I'm not sure. It's in British Columbia as well. Um, and 47 states. It's Wyoming, Texas, and one other state only has it for first aid, but the other 47 states have it for overdoses as well. Oh my God, Stephen, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
I
She said
know.
I struggle with rejection. I swear to God, Stephen, that's not a thing.
Yeah, we would never
Never,
reject you. Never. You've
never.
never done anything. You're amazing, and you've always been so supportive.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
was an
really
accident.
weird.
Yeah, that's crazy. We would have never
Yay!
done that to our friend.
Stacy gifted a membership,
Thank you,
and the
Stacey.
winner was Cole. Yay!
Oh, yay. Thank you. You guys are really kind. And, you know, I want to do again, Missy is going to be doing a live tomorrow talking about the importance of Narcan. And she DM'd me and asked me to join. She was going to do it today, but she had a doctor's appointment, an important doctor's appointment. Um, so she's planning on doing it tomorrow. Excuse me. And as soon as she schedules it, of course, I will share it. And I think it's important to keep this message going, um, so that things like this don't have to ever happen needlessly. And even though this happened because somebody was a coward and the low life,
Piece of
we can try to
shit.
prevent this if we're
And
possible.
be careful. I can tell you, like, I'll just give you an example. Like my son, he is a shark fisherman,
Thank you,
and
JJ.
he's also, regular fish, whatever. And it depends on where he's going out from, that whatever kind of fish he's trying to get.
Yes.
We live on the coast, the west coast of Florida. So
Yes.
we're right on the water, and my son will never, he bought a house and he lives on his own now. He's 23 years old, and he does not go out on the water without telling me who he's with and where he went out of, what port he went out of, because
Yes.
there's a lot of them, and God forbid anything happens, you want to be able to give as much information as possible. Like, he's not asking my permission at 23 years old to be like,
Right.
Mom, I'm going out of so and so port or whatever, and I'm going off the Sunshine Skyway. So that
Yeah.
way I know, God forbid anything happens, exactly where he is, what I need to tell authorities. And
Yes.
please, ladies, please be careful. If you're going to meet somebody online, tell, blab, tell your best friend, tell your mom, your dad, whoever you got to tell who
Yes.
you're meeting and where you're
Make
meeting
sure
them.
somebody knows where you are, who you're with.
Right, right.
Seriously, it's extremely important. Like I said, me and my sons, two of my sons have my location, I have theirs, and we don't pry like, where you going? It's for emergency basis. And I think that it's important, because I do have like some medical issues, and if they don't hear from me for a while, my sons know I'm always in touch with my sons. We're always, that's not a thing. So if they don't hear from me for a while, they know, well, mom's not answering, she has her phone with her. Let me look up her location, and it's a place to start. You know what I mean? And again, it's sad that this has to be a cautionary tale at the expense of Mims, but we're gonna do it in a way to honor Mims,
Uh-huh.
to
Yeah,
honor
we're going
her.
to do something to make it better,
I miss
and
you.
that's why I keep saying I pray that somebody gets online and is like, because I had this Narcan, because of what happened to Mims, so and so is still alive. And that is what we should be focusing on. And it
Yes.
breaks my
Yep.
freaking heart. I'll tell you, I've had my moments too where it's like, Jay, why are you being so stupid? Like, this is a lady you met online,
Yeah.
and people say don't go real life, but
Right.
I gotta tell you, in real life, like, my heart hurts. It
Yeah.
hurts. I
Yeah.
cried in real life, and my heart
Mhm.
hurts. My heart hurts for her kids, for her grandkids. It's just not fair.
No, Missy, we're gonna do the stream tomorrow on yours. We came to talk about scamming, and then I just talked about
Yes.
um the Good Samaritan. But
Uh-huh.
I told everybody we're gonna do it tomorrow on your channel.
Absolutely. And I'll be there. I'll be there supporting. I mean, I'll be at the beach, but I'll
Of course, I
also
could see
be
you.
supporting my girl.
All right, we're gonna have the trolls. Like, don't start with the
Don't start
trolling.
trolls. Yeah. Well, the mods. Our mods are on it.
Hi,
They don't play.
William. Yes, yes, Missy. Yes, so tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern on Missy's channel, guys, we're going to talk
Yay.
about the importance of Narcan and all of that stuff. And I
Maintenance
think,
meds.
yes, everything, it saves lives, guys. And it's just important. It's just important. Yeah, right? I know. I was never here, but yet here you are. You were never here, but yet you're here. Alrighty then. I guess I guess they're wearing their cloak of invisibility. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's basically all I wanted to say. Um so as soon as Missy schedules it, I will of course share it on my community tab. I hope to see all of you guys there.
Of course.
Um Tomorrow. Missy is phenomenal. She works in the field of addictions, and I think it's very important to
Missy
take
don't play.
the patient.
She
No,
gonna tell you. She gonna tell you how. She gonna tell
she
you
didn't.
straight. Like,
Didn't.
this is the way it is, and I can appreciate that about her. Oh,
Yeah.
what the F gifted 5 more memberships. We got Duchess of Petty, William
Yay.
Brooklyn, Lizzie Stardust. Bitch, where you been, girl? Where you
Lisa
been? You've been
and
missing the last few gifted memberships. I'll see you Monday, girl. I sure will.
Jennifer G. I can't with you. Welcome to. Thank you. Thank you. What the? I cannot.
Lizzie motherfucking
Thank you. What
Stardust.
the f?
I
And
am so happy that
yes.
you're here, girl.
I am happy that she's here too. It's hilarious. Oh, so I'm gonna get off, guys. I have to do my son's hair. Um, I thank you guys for everything, shaking the bushes. Yes, guys, you guys have been phenomenal. Thank you, Missy. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. And again, guys, this stream wasn't monetized. I appreciate. I swear this wasn't. I just don't want this to be perceived the wrong way. I
You didn't even
appreciate.
get any super chats. You got members, girl. You're
I got
good.
members.
You
I
didn't
did get
ask for
some super
shit.
chats, but I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys,
Me
and I
too.
love you guys. And this was again, I will be changing Harmony. Sent me the thumbnail. I will be changing the thumbnail and the title. And later on, we will be doing the scamming because I think it's important. And tomorrow we'll be on Missy's. I just thank you all for being here this evening. It means a lot. We will keep Mim's name, her legacy alive. We will honor her in the right way. We will not let her name be dragged through the mud. And even someone who is an addict doesn't deserve that. But Mims wasn't an addict.
No.
This was a tragedy. Okay, and
An
we love
absolute
her.
cautionary tale to never
Yes,
take anything that isn't
yes,
from a pharmacy. Please, I beg
yes.
you, please don't do it. And I understand, there's addiction. Like, seek help, man, because this is killing people. This is not just a high or we don't want you to get high. We don't want you to ruin your life. No, we don't want you to take your life by taking any of these things that are on the street.
So again, I thank you all. I can't thank you enough. Yes, and it's been a hard week, but I'm glad a lot of us have come to
Oh,
good guys. You listen, you can get it at Walgreens. I will post the number. I shared it, the number that you can call to get Narcan sent to your house. I will post it on my community tab. I will post the links when I change this. And please, Gemini has a whole movement, and we will be behind it for everyone to get Narcan. Everyone. Okay, we all need to get it. Imagine if one of us saves someone's life in Mim's honor, and
uh-huh.
that is what we're gonna do. We are gonna unite in Mim's honor, and we are gonna be proactive in preventing this from happening to somebody else's mom, somebody else's grandma, somebody
That's
else's
right.
sister, all of that,
That's
brother.
right. Oh, see, Stormy agrees. Stormy had enough of this shit.
Yes, Stormy.
She's like, I had
No,
enough
thank
of
you,
it,
Gemini. Thank you,
These
Gemini.
fucking scammers, Stormy had enough of scammers.
Yeah, Stormy
Please.
ain't dealing
So,
with it.
we will never come here and ask you to donate money for any kind of charity that we're
No,
doing. And
no.
I beg you, please
Donate directly to the charity,
don't.
not to us.
If like any charity drives that we've done, we put the link, which
Okay.
you know, directly put you to that charity where you can pay for it. We don't want money in our hands that is
No,
meant for a charity.
no
If
way.
someone is telling you that they're going to crochet, they're going to get this, they're going to do that, but you got to
Good job.
donate. No, 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 no. Please, I beg you, don't trust that bullshit.
Yes.
Go and listen. I like to, for me, my charity is done, most of it is done local. I
Yes.
like to see my community do well, and I wish that everyone that is in
Thank
a
you, Katie.
community and that they can help would do that.
Yes.
However, there's no effing way.
Oh, my Stormy. Sorry, Stormy Rivers. Yes.
DJ, say goodnight. Cindy needs to do her man's hair. Oh, that's right. Good night, y'all.
We're
Good
doing the
night.
Puerto Rican good night.
Puerto Rican
But
goodbye.
Gemini, yes, I'm telling you, I'm gonna pin it next time, um, to the chat, and we're gonna put it in every chat, Gemini's message. And we're gonna get this movement going. And again, I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. And we will see you Sunday, guys, at 5 o'clock. Oh no, tomorrow on Missy's. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you, Manita. Thank you to everybody for all the amazing gifts. Thank you for just being here, guys. Okay. We love you guys. Let me go. Love you
Yes.
guys. Have a good night. Te quiero mucho. And Pam will be praying for your daughter. Her surgeries on Wednesday. We will be praying. Love you guys. Love you guys so much. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.